we've got a new look at the upcoming Toy Story 5, and it's interesting. All the details right here. So I'm a little late to this one and genuinely surprised that I've only just seen this, but I thought I'd cover it anyway. At the recent D23 Expo in Brazil, Pixar gave us a new look at the upcoming Toy Story 5, which is due to hit theaters in June 2026. In a newly revealed piece of concept art, we see a swarm of Buzz Lightyear action figures emerging from the back of a crashed cargo container. On first look, it has some real serious Star Wars vibes, recalling imagery of the Jawa sandcrawler on Tatooine, perhaps even throwing back to the Star Wars references littered throughout Toy Story 2. Back at the D23 Expo in Anaheim this year, it was confirmed that the movie would see an army of 50 Buzz Lightyear toys who are stuck in a malfunctioning play mode as the villains, and back then, this piece of concept art was shown to audiences. A second piece of concept was showcased at D23 Brazil, which is more so just a Buzz Lightyear key art copy and pasted ad nauseum. Certainly looks like more than 50 buzzers to me as well. This certainly feels like an interesting direction to take the movie, and instantly makes me recall the Toy Story 2 subplot where Buzz goes through a case of mistaken identity amongst a swarm of other Buzz figures in Al's Toy Barn. It also feels somewhat similar to an early cancelled version of Toy Story 3, which would have seen a mass recall of malfunctioning Buzz Lightyear dolls, with Buzz being sent back to the factory in Taiwan and the other toys having to rescue him. It's going to be interesting to see where they take this in the new film. It's a somewhat interesting concept, but it does feel a little derivative and repetitive, and a little bit small scale for a movie that is really going to have to prove its worth to a lot of people. That said, we also know that the movie is going to have a heavy toys versus tech theme, which will see Bonnie ditching the toys for her newfangled piece of tech, an electronic tablet. While this also seems like a really deep and interesting angle, I do also feel that the whole toys being discarded by their now grown-up owner is a little similar to what we saw in Toy Story 2, and to some extent also in Toy Story 3. It's a theme that's been explored in this franchise pretty heavy-handedly already. I'm certainly looking forward to this movie. I've loved all the Toy Story movies, and I'm one who will argue with you all day over the worth of Toy Story 4, which I felt was a perfect epilogue and bookend to the original trilogy. But I'll be going into this one with a little bit of trepidation. To me, it feels too much like we're going over old ground and taking a real small-scale approach to the storytelling, but I am certainly hoping to be proven wrong. As more Toy Story 5 details and first looks drop in, I'll be right here with it all. And at that, I want to know your thoughts on Toy Story 5 so far. Are you excited for it? Are you a little bit unsure about it like me? Or are you just flat out against it? As always, join the conversation down below.